Clint Walker's life began far from the bright lights of Hollywood, rooted instead in small-town America, where resilience and hard work shaped character more than ambition ever could. Born Norman Eugene Clint Walker in Illinois in 1927, he grew up during a time when families often relied on determination rather than opportunity. He shared his childhood with a twin sister, creating a close family bond that remained meaningful throughout his life. Financial realities led him to leave school early and step into the workforce, taking on physically demanding jobs that built both strength and humility. These early experiences were not glamorous, yet they formed the steady temperament audiences would later recognize on screen. Long before he wore a cowboy hat or delivered lines in front of cameras, Walker had already developed the quiet discipline and grounded outlook that would become his personal trademark and professional foundation: work, service, and real-world experience. Before acting ever entered the picture, Walker lived a life filled with practical responsibilities and real-world challenges. He worked in factories, spent time on riverboats, and eventually joined the Merchant Marine while still a teenager, gaining exposure to discipline and teamwork at a young age. These years were filled with movement between cities and occupations, giving him insight into different communities and lifestyles. Unlike many performers who arrived in Hollywood with theatrical backgrounds, Walker carried the experiences of manual labor and structured service with him. This background contributed to his authenticity and calm demeanor, qualities that later translated naturally into roles requiring strength and quiet confidence. His journey shows that his eventual success was not the result of sudden luck, but the accumulation of diverse life experiences that prepared him emotionally and physically for the demanding world of entertainment. Discovery and entry into Hollywood. Walker's entry into Hollywood was less about chasing fame and more about being noticed for his natural presence. Standing well over 6 feet tall with a commanding build, he possessed a physicality that casting agents found striking and memorable. Early guidance from industry connections helped him navigate auditions and screen tests, though success did not arrive instantly. Like many newcomers, he faced uncertainty and small opportunities before landing roles that truly showcased his potential. What set him apart was not only his appearance, but also his calm composure and sincerity, traits that resonated with audiences seeking believable heroes. He approached acting with humility rather than arrogance, learning from each experience rather than expecting immediate recognition. This patient mindset allowed him to grow steadily, ensuring that when his breakthrough finally came, he was prepared to handle both the responsibility and the attention that accompanied it. Breakthrough with Western television. Walker's defining moment arrived when he was cast in a leading role in a popular Western television series, a genre that perfectly matched his physical presence and steady voice. The show introduced him to households across the country, turning him into a recognizable figure almost overnight. Viewers were drawn to his portrayal of strong yet honorable characters who balanced toughness with fairness. Unlike exaggerated action heroes, his performances felt grounded and sincere, which helped build long-lasting audience loyalty. The Western format allowed him to convey emotion through subtle gestures rather than excessive dialogue, reinforcing his reputation for quiet strength. This period established him not only as a star, but also as a dependable performer capable of carrying major productions. Television became the platform that transformed him from an aspiring actor into a cultural icon associated with courage, integrity, and classic American storytelling. Film career and expanding horizons. Beyond television, Walker ventured into film projects that allowed him to explore a broader range of characters while still honoring his Western roots. He appeared in historical epics and war-themed productions, demonstrating versatility beyond the cowboy persona that initially defined him. His deep baritone voice and commanding stature gave weight to supporting roles, while his natural ease in front of the camera made him a reliable presence for directors. These cinematic experiences broadened his artistic reach without overshadowing the identity audiences already admired. Rather than chasing trends, he selected roles that aligned with his strengths and personal values, ensuring consistency in his public image. This thoughtful approach helped him maintain credibility in an industry that often rewards rapid change. His film work complemented his television success, reinforcing his standing as a performer who valued quality storytelling over fleeting popularity. Personal life and lasting relationships. Walker's personal life reflected the same sense of commitment and steadiness that defined his career. He experienced long-term marriages that represented meaningful chapters rather than brief headlines, demonstrating a preference for stability over spectacle. Family remained important to him, particularly his relationship with his daughter, who pursued her own pioneering career in aviation. Friends and relatives often described him as gentle and thoughtful, contrasting the rugged characters he portrayed on screen. While the pressures of public life inevitably brought challenges, he maintained a relatively private approach, focusing on personal connections rather than constant media attention. His relationships reveal a man who valued loyalty and companionship, seeking balance between professional demands and home life, health, lifestyle, and personal discipline. Walker was also known for maintaining a disciplined approach to health and daily living, understanding that physical well-being played a crucial role in sustaining an acting career built on strength and stamina. He paid attention to his diet and remained active, choices that reflected both personal preference and professional necessity. This commitment to wellness allowed him to continue working comfortably, even as years passed, proving that longevity often stems from consistent habits rather than dramatic transformations. His lifestyle choices were not about appearance alone, but about preserving energy and clarity. Colleagues frequently noted his steady demeanor and balanced routine, qualities that made him reliable on set and approachable in personal interactions. Reflections on Jack Elam and professional respect. In later conversations, Walker shared warm reflections about fellow actor Jack Elam, emphasizing mutual respect rather than rivalry. He often described Elam as uniquely talented, someone who could transform even brief appearances into memorable moments through humor and individuality. Their personalities contrasted, Walker reserved and measured, Elam expressive and spontaneous. Yet, this difference created a dynamic balance whenever they worked together. Walker appreciated Elam's ability to lighten tense scenes and bring genuine laughter to long filming days, noting that professionalism and kindness defined their interactions. Rather than dramatic revelations, his comments revealed admiration for authenticity and dedication to craft. These reflections highlighted a broader theme in Walker's outlook. Success in entertainment was not solely about fame, but about collaboration, respect, and the shared goal of creating engaging stories that audiences could enjoy and remember long after the credits rolled. Later years and enduring legacy. As time progressed, Walker gradually stepped back from the spotlight, choosing a quieter lifestyle that allowed him to enjoy nature, family, and personal interests. He remained appreciative of his fans while valuing privacy, striking a balance that many public figures struggle to achieve. Tributes from colleagues often emphasized his humility and warmth, qualities that endured long after his most famous roles concluded. Even in retirement, his influence persisted through reruns, film archives, and the memories of viewers who grew up watching his performances. His legacy is not merely a collection of credits, but a reflection of consistency, professionalism, and genuine character. By maintaining dignity both on and off screen, he demonstrated that longevity in entertainment comes from authenticity and respect for others. A life remembered with appreciation. Clint Walker's story ultimately represents more than the journey of an actor. It reflects the evolution of a man who carried real-world values into a fictional world and made them believable. From humble beginnings and varied occupations to national recognition and lasting friendships, each chapter contributed to a life marked by perseverance and sincerity. His reflections on colleagues, dedication to family, and steady approach to health and work reveal a personality grounded in authenticity rather than illusion. Audiences continue to admire him, not simply for the characters he portrayed, but for the genuine qualities those characters symbolized: strength, fairness, and quiet confidence. Remembering his life is less about nostalgia and more about acknowledging the timeless appeal of integrity and professionalism. His legacy endures because it was built on substance, reminding future generations that true influence grows from character as much as